We're good, John.
Okay, it's 1 o'clock. I'm going to call the September 16th Board of Commission meeting to order. Today, we're going to have the prayer by Commissioner Heberling, followed by the pledge by Commissioner Lee.
Before we go to prayer, I'm going to pray for it today. Let's think about and pray in our own minds about the hate and the division that's going on in our country. It's got to stop. And I also want to pray for the Brad Cohn family. Been very instrumental in our community for many years, a great family. So you can pray in your own, but I'm going to add that to my prayer this afternoon. Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the beautiful day. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for your love. We thank you for a free country, dear Lord, that we can come and hold these meetings for our county and hopefully make the right decisions. So we pray and ask, Lord, that you would guide and direct us as commissioners today to make those decisions, and we rely on your guidance. And Lord, as I spoke a few minutes ago, we pray for the Brad Cohn family, Lord. They're been very instrumental in our community for many years. And we just pray, Lord, that you'd wrap your arms around them, comfort them, love them. And Lord, we also pray for our country. We just pray, dear Lord, that the hate and division that we've seen over the past several years, we pray, Lord, that your Holy Spirit will reach down and touch this nation and touch the ones that guide us and our leaders in our country today. We give you the honor and the glory in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everyone. Leslie, roll call, please.
District 1 Chairman John Block.
Present.
District 2 Commissioner Roger Ballard.
Present.
District 3 Commissioner Gary Heberling.
Here.
District 4 Commissioner Bill Sarkella. Absent. District 5 Commissioner Christine Lee.
Present.
District 6 Commissioner Evans Ehart.
Here.
And District 7 Commissioner John Moody.
Here.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
For additions and corrections and deletions to today's agenda, we do have one addition, and that's the salmon colored sheet. And that's going to be an addition of one resolution to our agenda. Entertain a motion to adopt the agenda with the add-on.
I'll make that motion that we adopt the agenda with the addition.
Support. I have Commissioner Lee's support from Commissioner Ehart to adopt the agenda with the additional add-on. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve our meetings of September 3rd unless there's any corrections.
So moved. Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, support from Commissioner Heberling to adopt our meeting minutes for September 3rd. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
John, I just want to clarify the record. It's September 2nd.
Okay.
Oh, so, okay.
Yeah.
Yep, this is wrong. Thank you, Leslie.
You're
September 2nd, 20. We take a vote on that, Leslie?
You did.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
Mhm.
Moving on, you received your correspondence from Jody through email the other day. So we're going to move into commissioner reports, and we'll start with Commissioner Ballard.
Oh, let's see, where did I start at? Argyle. The 8th, went up to the Argyle Township meeting. They reported that they raised $3,500 at their annual celebration. That was from the breakfast that the fire department put on. And they donated that to the families, the Amish families that were affected by that tragic accident up there. So that was put to good use. They also found, they've been looking for quite some time for a used rescue truck, and they finally found one out in Connecticut, a very low mile of 2012 that was pretty much exactly what they wanted. So that was a good thing. They are sending one planning commission member to the MSU Citizens Planner class. They approved their rewritten energy ordinances. They also approved putting cameras at the township park. They've had some issues with a little bit of vandalism. Apparently, once in a while, somebody will take up residence in a building they have up there. Sad but true. And so they're going to put some cameras up, try and curtail that. They approved some landscaping at the township hall, and they opted to not do the second road brining. The dust has been minimal, and so they think they can get through without spending that money. And they approved the payment of the bills. Last Tuesday, Marlette Township They approved their bills, reviewed some blight issues. They tabled one that had gotten to the point of it's gonna go to court and they're gonna get the guy in November. He was at the meeting and swore that he was gonna get on it and tear a house down, so we'll see. And they are looking for a used vehicle. They thought perhaps county might have something they were gonna get rid of. They want a car for a loaner for the airport, so when they have visitors fly in, they can get into town and visit the restaurants and whatnot. So I told them I would look into that for them. Oh, let's see, what's my spot? Here we go. Last night, yesterday, I'm sorry, I attended the Duff Green progress meeting in Marlette. They figure that will be 50% complete by the end of the month. They currently have 2,000 feet of 2,600 feet of pipe laid, but the last 600 is going to be the most difficult. It's out at M53 and in a little bit, so. But it's coming along pretty good. They've had a few issues, but nothing they couldn't overcome. Last night I attended the City of Marlette meeting. I had to leave early because my Lamont Township meeting is also on that night. They did pass marijuana or approved the marijuana ordinance that came from the Planning Commission that would allow a grow and a dispensary in the properly zoned property. That's been an ongoing battle. So we'll see where that goes from there. Then, let's see, this morning, I went to the Marlette DDA semi-annual meeting, just an informational meeting. Was asked to join as a member. I said, I'll have to look into it. But they had some real good discussion. That's all it was, is informational, real good discussion on some things they want to look into for downtown. They're doing a good job. So. Lamont Township, that was last night. They had the township assessor attend to the meeting and just answer questions. They have a new clerk, so she had a lot of questions and he seemed to answer them all. Nothing really, they haven't been doing anything wrong. She just wanted some confirmation on a few things. They approved some wiring upgrades to their fire hall and approved payment of the bills, and the fire department hog roast is October 3rd from 4 to 8. Highly recommend it. It's a very good meal, a lot of good home cooking. So I think I got everything.
Good, excellent report. Thank you, Roger. Gary?
Thank you, John. So for my report, I've attended the Watertown Township meeting a couple weeks ago, actually on the 2nd, right? Their last meeting. And they had a company, and I hope I pronounce it right, Linear Energy, took over the contract from Samsung for their solar. And so basically they laid out what they plan to do. And one of the things that came up is they still have to get their bonds, they still have to get their permits. And Cooper is the project manager. And he had said that he had come here to the permit office and they talked about it. And Eric told me at the very least, he would have to get an erosion permit. So they don't have those two things. So last Tuesday, the Watertown Planning Commission had a special meeting, and what Linnea had asked for is another extension to complete the project. So a lot of discussion on it, and that was tabled. And there's going to be another meeting, I believe, next week on that. As far as Moore Township, attended that meeting, and in that meeting there was land divides discussed, permits discussed, building permits. They initiated stricter ordinance on blight, and that's going to take place August 16th. And they have finished all their plots in the cemetery. And now they can go online and they can check and see where every person was buried. Because the dimensions, everything. It's kind of a neat thing to do. So, that's it for my report. Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. Christine?
I was at Maple Valley Township and they have a piece of property that was donated to the township. And somebody wanted to buy it, but the way it's set up or whatever, you can never build on this piece of land. So they were trying to figure out the route and so they've been taking it to the lawyers, taking it to here. So they don't know what they're going to do with this piece of land. That's it for Maple Valley Township. Then I was at Flint Township meeting. And the assessor was talking about the Amish and the tax and, the personal property tax and whatever that they need to pay that and how they're gonna do that. And so more news on that later. The signage for the cemetery has come in, the stone. Now they're just waiting to get that done. It should be done in a couple of weeks. There's Township Hall Senior Center. They're gonna close it down in the middle of February to the middle of April because they're gonna redo the restrooms in it. They talked about the second brine. They don't know if they're gonna do it maybe in the middle of September. They were hoping for a rain to come, so it helps with it. And spraying, they talked about spraying for weeds, one way direction 1 year and the other direction the following year. And the Brown City Fire Authority, which Flint Township and Mayflower Township are a part of it, they had their pancake breakfast. And they raised over $7,000 before the breakfast was even served. I didn't hear what the final total was. And then I was at Brown City's council meeting, and they had a resolution for support of a grant to secure the fencing around the water tower. The DPW truck is being serviced, undercoating. The city manager resigned. They're looking to see about getting companies to help find a new city manager. The police chief is resigning April 1st. It's 6 months to a year earlier than he planned because of health conditions. Grants for the new police station grants are drying up right now, so they're trying to see how they're going to go about that. Hydrant flushing the week of September 29th. They had a bump and run this past Saturday in the park. And then one council member asked about the government shutdown, and they were informed that they have enough money to cover the bills for that shutdown, so they should be okay. And that's all I have to report.
Okay, thank you for the report, Crystal. I myself worked with Marion Township. They asked some questions about a blight issue they were dealing with, and then also they were working through some posting issues with their alternative energy ordinance, but they got that straightened out. That's all. Oh, the last thing I have, I did receive an email from Tuscola County again. It was Tom Bardwell this time, not John Goodchild that I discussed earlier. And they're still working on the Amish Bridge. They're working with Rep. Alexander on it too, but the DNR is being the DNR, and it's not going very well. They're really struggling to find an avenue where they're going to make this happen. But if I hear anything more, I'll continue to report it to this board too. So that's all I have. Evans?
Nothing to report.
Okay, John?
Speaker Township I had on the 9th. Their fire chief was there and reported 3 calls and that they made around $300 from their car wash fundraiser to MDA. They have, the zoning administrator said they have 4 new house applications for land use. They signed a contract with the sheriff's office for some services. That was about it.
Okay, thank you, John.
That's all I have.
Appreciate everyone's commissioner reports. Nathan, your administrator report, please.
Yes, thank you. First thing I wanted to note was the household hazardous waste event went very well. Tires alone, there was almost 1,000 tires that were collected, 987 tires I heard were collected. Multiple residents were appreciative of the event as they were coming through. We're thankful. We did get some inquiries as to whether we would ever do it more than once a year. So that is something we're exploring, the potential to maybe do it a couple times a year, or maybe even offer it for, could we do 2 days? That way, if somebody couldn't make it the day of the event, that maybe they could make it on another date. But things went very well. A lot of people involved in that process, and thankful for all the help. Animal control floors are being completed this week. They should be done by the end of the week, kind of grinding and polishing the floors. And then next week, the goal is to kind of stay off them for majority of the week if possible. Some fencing options are being explored right now down at animal control, gathering some pricing, and then we'll be able to get a plan for that as well. So the budget presentation, I should have that ready to move forward to you guys in October. I don't think that we can wait for the state to figure out what they're gonna do with their budget. We'll move forward. If we need to make any alterations to the budget, we'll do so. If there is a government shutdown, I don't anticipate it being very, very long, hopefully. But I don't think that we should hold things up because of what the state has going on, so.
Are you intending for late October for that presentation, Nathan?
I have it ready. I could probably do early October, but I mean, if something were breaking with the state early October, maybe I would just wait until the second meeting in October. I do have things ready to go though for the first meeting in October.
Okay.
If it could move forward, so. And then lastly, I know I've emailed you guys. I just wanted to make sure while I had you here. Tim Hayden, the chair of our Brownfield committee, is here. We did lock in that training finally for the 29th. There was some back and forth. We were trying to coordinate everybody's schedules the best we could. We locked that in for Monday, the 29th at 1 p.m. That will be available in person for anybody that wants to attend or can attend in person. And then we will also have a Zoom option. Now you guys should have gotten an invite if you cannot attend, but would like to attend through Zoom, being part of things that way. So.
Okay.
Okay.
At the end of your report?
That's all I have. Yes, thank you.
Any questions for Nathan? Seeing none, we'll move on. Thank you for your report, Nathan. At this time, I'm going to call for public comments pertaining to the agenda. Are there any public comments pertaining to the agenda today? Welcome.
Well, I'm Allison Edwards, 6266 Kilgore Street, Marlette. Want to thank Mr. Ballard for coming last night. So I just wanted to share a couple of things that he had to leave and wasn't able to. So number one, the marijuana ordinance is going to include a dispensary. It will be in the industrial section, but it is set up to include a dispensary.
Are your comments related to the agenda today or are they general?
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Nope, that's okay.
Because you talked about that meant that was that. I
Well,
apologize.
Nope, that's fine. And we'll have an opportunity for you at the end of the
Oh, I'm
meeting. No problem.
sorry.
Is there anything related to the agenda today? Seeing none, we'll move on. That moves us into presentations. And today we have the Public Guardian Office, Alicia Bazat, to give us a presentation. Welcome.
I'm super nervous, so.
We don't bite too hard.
I disagree with that. I've seen you speak in public.
Oh, Lord. Okay,
We appreciate you being here today.
yeah, well, so thank you for having me. I am the public guardian. I work right over here across the hall. This is my right-hand woman, Anise. She's my assistant, and we kind of work together as a team. The Public Guardian's Office we provide professional fiduciary services, which includes guardianships for vulnerable adults, conservatorships for estates of vulnerable adults, and representative payee services, all of which provide oversight, guidance, and protection for those individuals who may be at risk or experience exploitation due to disability, medical condition, or age. Currently, now when I typed this, we serve 175 individuals in our county. I have gotten about 8 new people in the last couple of weeks. So that number, it changes and fluctuates all the time. We're guardian conservator for 29. We're just a payee for 58, or I'm sorry, guardian and a payee for 58, conservator only for 11, 74 representative payee only. And we do have a few trusts that we are the trustee over. Like I mentioned before, we serve 175 individuals in and out of Sanilac County. We have 22 individuals currently that live outside of Sanilac County due to their specific needs and not having appropriate facilities located in our county to serve those needs. Our regular office hours are from 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. We are on call 24/7. So if somebody needs us, we are always available. Our cell phones ring at all hours of the day.
And night.
Our office, we manage the lives and budgets of 175 people. We receive mail for all of these clients. We serve and handle a total of 173 separate bank accounts to ensure that all our clients' bills are paid and provide them with funds for their personal needs, manage their budgets. We work with several local agencies, including Sanilac County CMH, Adult Protective Services, Social Security, Michigan Department of Health and Human Services, the VA, local hospitals, nursing homes, adult foster care homes, and many more that I'm probably forgetting. We ensure that all our clients continue to receive benefits that are due to them, such as Social Security, Medicaid, and food assistance. We make sure they have a safe place to live and that they have all their needs met. We are often out of the office, visiting clients at their homes, attending healthcare appointments, attending meetings at St. Alex CMH, participating in court hearings, and running errands for the individuals we serve. And those errands could be anything from moving somebody out of their home, moving them into an apartment, grocery shopping, rescuing a Migo that broke down in the middle of the street in the pouring rain. I mean, it's so many things that we do. Last year, there was legislation that was introduced by the Elder Abuse Task Force to change the laws of Michigan in regards to professional guardians. One of the laws that they are working on passing is to create mandatory certification process for all professional guardians of Michigan. So myself and my assistant are working on getting our CEUs and getting everything we need so that we can take the national guardian, certified guardian test that we need to take in order so that we can get certified. The legislation they're thinking will be passed by the end of the year, and then we'll have up to 2 years, I believe, to get all that certification to become licensed. If we don't become licensed, then we can't be guardian for more than 3 people. So that's kind of important. Another thing that just every 2 years we get audited by Social Security. So they send the Disability Rights of Michigan to our location. They select 12 individuals out of our caseload they review all their financial information, all of our paperwork. They interview the clients. If the clients have other, like they live in an AFC home, they interview the staff. They conduct a thorough, and then they will. So our audit is coming up. They just scheduled it for August 20th. So we're getting ready for that currently. I think that's about it. So if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
So Alicia, you had mentioned that it ebbs and flows, the amount of clients you would have, but
Absolutely.
in your experience, is this something that's a more needed service in the community? Is it trending up or down over a period of time?
Currently, because of all the legislation that they're passing and stuff, there's a lot of guardianship agencies. There's no funding. So most professional guardianship agencies, they don't make any money. There's no money in it. So a lot of it is they have to do a lot of fundraising and a lot of things to get money out of the community in order to have these agencies. So because of all the legislation that's passing and the things that they're trying to do, a lot of agencies have stopped taking new clients because they were going to put a cap on how many guardianship clients you could have. So I have noticed, for me personally, that I have had an influx of referrals sent my way. I actually today just had somebody call from Tuscola County wanting me to take some people over there. And the only public guardian offices that I know of in our state are St. Clair County, Huron County, our county, and then I can't remember the name of it, but it's in the UP, and I can't remember the name of the county, are the only ones that I know of that have public guardian agencies. So
the vast majority of the 83 counties in Michigan don't even have that service. So the people here are fortunate to have that service.
I believe so. I think we're very much needed service. We help a lot of people that don't have family members, that don't have the ability to take care of themselves or to manage their money. We do a lot of things for them. And I think we do a lot of things for the agencies to help them trying to help the people. So.
Alicia, I'd personally like to thank you 2 ladies. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
And I probably visit your office. But I just want to tell everyone in here that that's really needed in our community.
I believe it. Yeah.
Both of you do a great
think-
job. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Answering all my dumb questions sometimes.
We do our best. We get a lot of really dumb questions sometimes, but yeah.
We were fortunate when Claudia was set to retire that Alicia came to that office, that she fit in well and she's got the heart for it.
I enjoy helping people.
Yes.
I have a lot of difficult people, and for the 10 difficult people, I have at least one that is appreciative. So that kind of keeps me going.
I don't know if you mentioned, did you mention arranging funerals
Oh,
as well?
Yeah.
for clients.
There's so many things that we do that I can't even, like, when they ask me to type up a job description, I'm like, I don't even know how to even begin. Like, to even put into words all the things that we do that are just random, like rescuing a Amigo out of the street in the pouring rain because it was broke down and it needed to get out of the street. And I'm like, I don't know how to run an Amigo, but I'll go figure it out.
Sounds like you have one of the most dynamic jobs in the building.
Every day is new and different. It's a challenge sometimes and, but you just never know what's gonna happen when we come into work.
And we really appreciate like the animal shelter and our local agencies. They've helped us. We've had to rescue so many animals from homes that we have to take people out of and we sell their homes and we have to rehome these animals and it's chaos and we're lucky to have such a great community that helps us.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
Well, unless there's any questions, we really appreciate you coming in and telling us a little bit about what you do. I know a lot more about what you do than I did when I came in this morning. So thank you for that. Thank you for your service to the
Thank you
community.
so much.
Thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Black, I would just like to add, I know they highlighted a few of the things they did, but we're just really fortunate to have those two individuals in that office. They really care about the people they work with and what they do and go the extra mile. And when they talk about all the hours they put in, they're on vacations, they're getting phone calls, there are weekends, nights, and I appreciate the fact that they care about individuals enough to do that. They don't complain about it. They understand some of that stuff comes with the job, but they just want to help people. And it's an office that, because of the clientele they work with, could it could be problematic, but the way they manage things and do things, their people don't complain. I don't get it.
They're very kind and very professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know that during our audits, we've had usually nothing but glowing, like our people, I think, really appreciate everything, even as much as they complain that they aren't getting money. They're getting money, they just don't have any. But they usually are pretty appreciative of us, so we that's why we do what we do. So.
They do a great job. We're lucky.
Thank you.
Thank you again for coming in.
Thanks. Get to work.
I think that's a good highlight, Nathan, of having departments come in is there's a lot of good that goes on and that's good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are going to move on to interviews. We have interviews today for the Board of Canvassers, and we have 3 interviews for the Republican position and 1 interview for the Democrat position. We'll start out with the Republican positions, and today we're going to start out with Janet Cargo. Jan, welcome. Yeah, because
You guys know me from the planning commission and the parks commission. Well, what you don't know about me is, I've been an election inspector since 2019. When the 40-year consent decree was lifted and Republicans were getting back into the voting precincts. I was trained by Janet Santos in Santa Ana County. She was a 30-year veteran at the time. She trained me, so I got a really good foundation. And for the next 4 elections, I worked for her in Saginaw County. I ran the e-poll vote from setup all the way through report creation and download to the memory stick. I didn't work the February presidential primary because I was collecting signatures for the Citizens for Local Control, and I was doing that at the precinct. But I got a call from Tuscola County, and they needed someone in one of their precincts to handle all the absentee ballots for the 2024 election cycle. So Jody Fetting recertified me. She's the clerk there. She has just a little different way of doing things. She's very, very particular, very organized. So for the next 2 elections, I worked in Indian Fields precinct and handled all the absentee ballots along with my Democratic counterpart. There was a really contested sheriff's race. We had such high turnout in August, but it was a great preparation for me to learn, systems of make sure all the ballots are in numerical order, because that helps you at the end of the day to do your audit and make sure that you're like balanced to the T. So in the presidential election, I walked in at 6 a.m. and the clerk there was a little disgruntled about his job. So all the absentee ballots were in his closet. And so I had to order them all over the next 4 hours until my Democratic counterpart showed up. And then I was in a great position to balance at the end of the day. And I've never worked in a precinct where we have a balance to the penny. And I think that particular, attention to detail, I'm very meticulous. I think I serve this county well on the board of commissioners, and I put my name into the hat.
Good. Any questions for Janet? Thank you for being here today, Janet.
You're welcome.
Next up is Carrie McDougall. Carrie, welcome.
Thank you. I want to vote for Jan.
Thank you, Carrie.
You're welcome. I didn't have anything prepared like she has. I've been an election inspector too, and our precinct is always balanced as well. It's just something we do. I can tell you, for any of you who have faith in the machines, you shouldn't have it at all. We had an absentee ballot come in, and you do those when you're slow. You run them through the machine, and we opened it up, and I went, look, they voted twice in a place you can only vote once. Of course, we have to run it through. It went through. Who knows who got the votes? Just something to think about when you're considering these machines. I really don't have anything else to add other than I think Jan would be fabulous. Thank you for your attention.
It's humbling. Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you for being here today, Carrie.
My pleasure.
Next up is Carol Ann Moltz. Carol, welcome.
Thank you.
I also vote for Jane. I didn't really prepare anything. I expected, rather than me coming up and talking, that you ask some questions and I would answer them to the best of my ability. I have been a poll watcher and a poll challenger, both in Sanilac County and in St. Clair County many years ago. I was there. Just very concerned about machines and the integrity of our elections. That's my interest. But I've never been an election inspector, so I don't have that experience to bring to the table.
Any questions?
Questions?
Seeing none, Carol, we appreciate you being here today. Okay, so that's going to conclude our interviews for the Republican side. We are up for the Democratic side, and Richard Partlow. Is Richard here today? He is not here, so we are going to move on. That's going to take us into appointments to standing committees. And the first one being the Board of Canvassers. We need to appoint one Republican and one Democrat for 4-year terms expiring 10/31 of 2029. So to start off, we have a contest with 3 Republicans for 1 position. So I'll entertain a motion to enter Janet Cargo, Carrie McDougall, and Carol Ann Bolts to be nominated, and we will vote with ballots.
So
Support. A motion from Commissioner Ballard, support from Commissioner Ehart. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And then we will vote with our ballots. You good?
It is unanimous for Carrie McDougal.
All right, Carrie, congratulations. You are appointed. We appreciate everybody else's interest and current service to the county. Janet, thank you for your service.
John, can I say something real quick?
You absolutely
I
can.
sat here and listed all three of your ladies. Actually, there's four of you ladies sitting there, and I know you're really involved in our politics, and that's a tough decision after listening to you three ladies get up and talk. And I just want to tell you, I think I can speak for our board. We appreciate all you do. A lot of commitment.
And I see familiar faces that we see in our meetings, and that means a lot to us to have that type of attendance too, and know that people are paying attention and being part of the community and doing what you do. So thank you. Well said. Okay, that concludes appointments to the Republican side. So I'll entertain a motion to appoint Richard Partlow for the Democrat
I'll
side.
make a motion that we appoint Richard Partlow.
I have a motion from Commissioner Lee. I have support from Commissioner Moody. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Richard is appointed. That's going to conclude appointments to standing committees today. I see no need for county commission chair appointments, so that's going to move us directly into general resolutions. And the first one we have today is a resolution honoring Sergeant John Darling for years of service. Commissioner Ballard, you'd like to read that for us?
Specs on your, up here, your mall up here.
Come on up, John.
Yeah.
Come on up.
The two in the hallway. Come on in.
Stand out there and be shy or you can come in here. Jeez.
They want to make a quick getaway.
Your 5 minutes of fame. I don't need any more fame. Thanks very much. Resolution on John Darling for years of service. Whereas Sergeant John Darling began his service with the St. Louis County Sheriff's Department on September 4th, 2000 as a part-time corrections deputy. And through hard work, dedication, and commitment to duty, he earned full-time status on June 29th, 2002. And whereas Sergeant Darling was promoted to corrections sergeant on November 11th, 2010, taking on a leadership role that he has held with honor, professionalism, and integrity throughout his tenure. And whereas Sergeant Darling has served the citizens of St. Louis County with distinction, compassion, and a steadfast dedication to the mission of the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office over the course of his 25-year career. And whereas his contributions include the establishment and growth of the Corrections Division Firearms Program, mentoring of countless corrections staff, and playing a pivotal role in improving safety, training, and operational readiness within the Corrections Division. And whereas Sergeant Darling's unwavering commitment to excellence, calm leadership, and consistent service have positively impacted not only his fellow deputies, but also the greater community he has protected and served. And now, therefore, be it resolved that the St. Louis County Board of Commissioners, on behalf of the citizens of St. Louis County, extend its sincere appreciation to Sergeant John Darling, also known as JD, for his years of faithful service and congratulates him on the occasion of his retirement effective October 1, 2025. Be it further resolved that this resolution be entered into the official records of St. Louis County and a copy be presented to Sergeant John Darling as a token of gratitude and lasting recognition for his distinguished career and contributions to public service on this 16th day of September, 2025. And I'd also like to add that John has served on the Lamont Township Fire Department for 34 years. And he's also a trustee on the Lamont Board for 5 years, I believe, right? So thank you for all of your service.
Be in there, sure.
We got our own.
Oh.
Look at how ready the picture.
Again, on behalf of our office, Under Sheriff Lieutenant McConaughey is the flag that we flew over our office. How are you? Thank you. Yeah, I think I'll put it there for you.
Nice job.
Thank you, John. Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations, John. Okay, we have one more resolution today, and that's going to be our add-on item for the same colored sheet. This is related to the budgetary issues at the state.
John.
Oh, we have to vote on that.
Second,
Thank you, President. Yeah, so.
your second.
Yeah, Commissioner Bat.
I'll second it.
Okay. We have a second by Commissioner Lee and then a roll call vote, Leslie.
Okay. Commissioner Ballard,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Block,
Yes.
Commissioner Moody,
Yes.
Commissioner Heberling.
Yeah.
And Commissioner Ehart.
Yes.
Resolution is adopted. Thank you, Leslie.
You're welcome.
Give Rod a second.
Golf, what a yes.
What's that?
And I was premature clapper over here.
I was trying to.
You that stopped too.
Yeah, you saw it too. Right, you followed your chair.
Oh, God.
All right, up next is our salmon colored sheet. We have a resolution opposing the 2026 state revenue up to county revenue sharing. Commissioner Ehart's going to read that for us.
Whereas counties are mandated by the state of Michigan to provide essential public services, including courts, jails, elections, public health, public safety, and human services. And whereas unlike cities, villages, and townships, counties do not receive constitutional guaranteed revenue sharing and instead rely solely on statutory revenue sharing, leaving counties uniquely vulnerable to annual state budget decisions. And whereas the House of Representatives version of the fiscal year 2026 state budget proposes a 34.9 million reduction in county statutory revenue sharing, wiping out the long overdue progress made by the FY25 to restore revenue sharing to sustainable levels. And whereas the House plan, if enacted, would leave counties with over 256 million in statutory revenue sharing statewide, while constitutional revenue sharing for cities, villages, and townships is set to reach 1.1 billion. And when combined with statutory revenue sharing, CVTs would get 1.4 billion. And whereas the House plan shifts 40 million into restricted sheriff funding with strings attached, requiring counties to maintain higher law enforcement funding levels, even as flexible revenue sharing is reduced, thereby further straining all limited general funds. And whereas public safety dollars directed exclusively to sheriffs are not equivalent to revenue sharing since they cannot be used to support the wide range of mandated services counties must provide. And whereas the Senate budget proposal provides just over 320 million in county statutory revenue sharing, an increase of 29.1 million over FY25, and includes 60 million for public safety that can be allocated to the discretion of county boards, commissioners, rather than bypassing them. And whereas the Senate approach respects county governance, strengthens general fund flexibility, and better equips counties to meet their broad statutory responsibilities, therefore, it be resolved, the Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners strongly urges the state Michigan legislator and governor to reject the House revenue sharing cuts and support the Senate's proposal to increase county revenue sharing and provide flexible funding for public safety needs. And may be further resolved that copies of this resolution be transmitted to Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Senator Majority Leader Winnie Brinks, House Speaker Matt Hall, and Chair of the House Senate Appropriations Committee. Be it further resolved that the resolution be spread upon the proceedings of the Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners this 16th day of September 2025.
I have a resolution offered by Commissioner Ehart. Is there support? I have support from Commissioner Heberling. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Leslie, roll call, please.
Commissioner Ehart.
Yes.
Commissioner Heberling,
Yes.
Commissioner Ballard,
Yes.
Commissioner Lee,
Yes.
Commissioner Block,
Yes.
and Commissioner Moody.
Yes.
Thank you, Leslie. Resolution is adopted. This was an add-on, but we received this Thursday, and I think Jody got it out to everybody right away, so. Figured it would be, I'm sure that it's pretty tense in Lansing dealing with that at the moment. That's going to conclude resolutions for today, so we're going to move into committee reports, and we'll start with Commissioner Moody.
Last Friday, Roger and I had Michigan Works. They're just a little worried like everybody else about the budget, but they haven't heard anything yet, so. I'm a little worried about being decreased for the Michigan Works out of GTC, so
It's hard to plan to spend money you're not sure if you're going to get or not, right?
that's all.
Okay, thank you, John. Evans?
Nothing new.
Okay, so the County Planning Commission meeting had nothing for the agenda that would have been today, so that meeting is canceled. So anybody that was planning to stick around for that, be aware. And then also the policy committee met today. And we moved one whole new policy and a slight adjustment to another one forward that everybody will see on the finance agenda at the first meeting in October. And that's all I have. Christine?
We had last Tuesday, the CAPAC, Child Abuse Protection Council. And they started the child safety matters in the school systems. And then this morning I had Monday I had a council on aging. And we were informed that the SNAP program is shutting down after 30 years. That is where they had food that senior citizens could get coupons to go to farmers market and all that, and just different little items that they offered for the senior citizen. That is, for 30 years, there's no more funds for it because the federal cut that out of the budget.
Okay.
And also we don't know what all else is going to be cut out, but a lot of the stuff from the big, beautiful bill has to deal with seniors that is going to be cut out.
Do they have any plans assessed yet on how they may fill those gaps?
Not right at this time.
Okay.
Because you have the federal, then you have the state, and we just don't know what's going to happen there. And then I had the health department, and flu vaccines are available now, COVID boosters, they're saying 65 and older, but they're still deciding how they want to handle that. They're going to add another beach for testing for next summer. This was kind of interesting that hemorrhoids and cell phones, they're finding that young kids are going in the bathrooms because their parents are limiting their time on their cell phone. So they're taking their cell phone in the restroom with them. And the longer you sit on the throne, your chances are
I was wondering how you're gonna put that connection together.
that they're developing hemorrhoids now. So,
Another reason to get rid of smartphones?
yeah, don't let your child take them in the bathroom. Yeah. They notice that, yeah. At the Maple Valley, they had Project Connect that's going to be on 9/25 from 10 o'clock to 2 p.m. They have a harvest hot scheduled there on October 17th. The youth football, they added another field, so there's 4 fields going over there. That they're quite a large number. How many, what did you say, Brian?
We estimate 750 to 800 people are visiting there on the weekend on Saturday. But Nathan, you have kids playing, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, is that about right?
I would say so. Yeah, it goes from 9 AM all the way to 3 PM in the afternoon, and food trucks, and it's quite busy, difficult to find parking, and it's quite an event.
It's great as the kids are putting the phones away and they're getting out exercising and team sports and camaraderie. It's fun to see them.
Well, I just read in the newspaper, you guys are gonna have a new neighbor because Mackenzie's getting closer and closer. And I read they're gonna have a great big parking lot, so maybe you guys will have somewhere for a little overflow at some point.
All good.
That's all I have to add.
Okay, thank you for your report, Christine. Gary?
Yeah, I've got about 5 different things on my list, so I don't know if you want Roger to go first or not. But anyway, as you know, Roger and I have served on the Parks Committee for several years. And we've been trying to develop the Delaware Park. And so myself, Jim Turpinning, and Jim Barman are going up on 10/8 to talk to the Delaware board. And we're looking at grants, a number of different things to develop that and put some new houses in their cabins. So we want to go up and make sure we're on the same page with that group. Nathan, you've already covered the buildings and grounds with the ceiling and floors and the fencing. John, you've talked about planning committee meeting. I do want to talk about a couple things. I think most of you received the email from Paul Wood that works for. So I sent that out to all my constituents, and I just want to read it a little bit. So maybe you in the audience have not been aware of that, but goes on to say our office will be hosting a community project funding. The acronym is CPF information session online via Microsoft, Tuesday, November 6th from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. followed by an optional Q&A from 2:30 to 3 p.m. And what this is this is a funding that is available, and it's an opportunity for communities to request a housing appropriation committee, for drinking water, waste drinking water, rehabilitation, public safety, and community facilities. And he went on to tell, both by him and Lisa, we're extending this invitation to county leaders, city managers, township supervisors, managers, village managers, presidents, mayors across Michigan 9th District. So I think you all received this too, right? So I sent that out to all my townships. MMPC, Material Management Committee. I hope I haven't beat a dead horse to death, but we got some information that we put together in our last meeting. Our next meeting is tomorrow, right? And so I'm going to invite everyone that wants to attend it. Anybody can come to our meeting. But again, this is trying to stop the influx of trash going to our landfills. And it was initiated by Eagle in the state. And as I send these letters out and send emails, a lot of townships are saying, well, wait a minute, we don't know anything about, we don't know a lot about it. Okay, we're learning as we go. And it's going to be initiated, I think in 2029 and 40% by 2030. So we have lots of time, but what I want to say is we want input, and that's why we're having these meetings. When I say we, it's here in Tuscola, Lapeer, Sanilac. That's why we're starting to have these meetings. October is going to be here in the county. It's open to the public. We have a couple slides that we're going to be showing. There's going to be question and answers. So we're learning as we go too. But it is going to be implemented at some point in time fully after 2020, 30. So I believe I've sent everything to you guys. I've sent it to all our townships. So I just want you to feel like you're behind time and you're trying to play catch up. You're not. We're as we go through this maze, we're learning as we go. So so Nathan, I talked to you the last meeting. I'd like to have our meeting maybe as early as January if we could, or February. So end of my report. Thank you.
Gary, you brought up a good point with that community project funding meeting, through Lisa McLean's office. I reviewed that email myself, and I talked to some of my townships about, if they had something that they would apply for, and we're kind of having a hard time coming up with something that a rural township would try to apply for.
Right.
But, is there any, Nathan, have you had any thoughts about, is there something, do we as a county want to put in some type of a application for something? Do we have
public safety was one of the initiatives on there. Public safety is something with, had discussions with sheriff and undersheriff regarding, the body cameras, tasers. They're a great tool, a necessary tool, incredibly expensive. And the storage for those is very costly, and it's challenging for a small municipality, small county government to maintain that cost. So I think that's the type of thing that maybe we should really look at through this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So is that something that you would mainly facilitate out of your office, Nathan, moving that forward, or did you need some?
Yeah, well, I figured that would be something that if you guys were in agreement with, that I would work with. Typically something like that, the sheriff or the undersheriff would probably, I would support them, but I could talk to them about how they would like that to kind of move.
Yeah, so I guess, I just, like I said, I wanted to know if anybody had any thoughts, and if we did, we may or may not get it, but we will never get it if we don't pursue it. Right. So if you guys have an idea and you're willing to pursue it, I'm totally fine with that. If everybody else is, just keep us in the loop as to what we're going for, and letters of support, things of that nature are always very important for that type of stuff. So that's something we can consider as well. So.
I'm glad you brought that up, John. A good question. Oops, right.
Go ahead.
I was thinking about our emergency in Great Holman and our 9/11. Maybe there's something, that we can improve on there, get money for too.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to rush that.
Okay. Yeah, body cameras and tasers. And the problem with those is everything, like tasers, they say they're good for so many years, and then
They got a shelf life.
yeah, they got a shelf life, and like I say, the cost.
Especially like the smaller departments, let's say like theft and whatever. When you're only buying like one or two, the cost is so much higher. Sometimes when you can buy a larger quantity, you can bring the costs down, and that would help them out.
Well, good. I'm glad you guys were looking at something, and so thank you for bringing that up, Gary. Roger, did you have something?
Yeah, related to that, I've been sharing that information with all my townships and city of Marlette, and I finally got one's bite anyways, of Lamont. Their supervisor has signed up to participate in that. They've been talking for, I don't know how long, since I've been going up there, about a new fire hall. And they just keep talking about it and don't really get anything moving. And I've been suggesting that they look into this. I said, it's a real thing. It's free money, you know, so to speak. Like Les Phillips, their trustee, said, well, we pay that. I said, exactly. So here's your chance to get some back.
Right.
So he's gonna participate in that. I told him, I said, it would be worth your while to send an invite to your hog roast to Lisa McLean's office. I said, I guarantee you that she'll send somebody if she gets an invite. And then you can kind of show them your hall when you vote for it. And that could go a long ways.
And it's right in the public safety realm and helping a rural area, because these rural fire departments, I mean, this equipment it's out hand.
Yeah, it is. Great.
And so,
Well, not only you order a truck and you get the chassis, and then like Brown City, they have their new tanker thing. And it's been sitting in the fire hall because they're on the list to get the rest of it, the tanker part put out, and they hold the water, and that's been over a year and stuff. And they were thinking about maybe looking at a different, well, then you're starting all over. And they were saying the one fire department they were on the list for 3 years and still haven't got their truck completely.
all the while they're mandating that they can't use them after they're
Yeah.
10 years old, right? Or
And I think, I was through, Moore Township here a while ago on Decker Room, fire department there. I think a new fire truck's over $1 million.
Oh, yeah. Easily.
Deckerville, the village of Deckerville recently passed 6 mills in the village for fire service. That's
Not
what,
Moore Township cluster, sorry.
yeah, but that's an indication of the cost that's associated with that. I mean, it's a pretty hefty bill, but fire service is important, so. Good discussion. Well, good thing you brought that up, Gary, because everybody had a lot to talk about with it. And that's good that you got a township on board with that, because it'd be nice to see some municipalities within the county apply, and hopefully we come up with something we can apply for ourselves, and be good to see some of those dollars flow this way, because we're all paying federal taxes, whether we like it or not. Be nice for some of that money to come back our way. So, was that the end of
Yeah, I'm done. That was long enough, right?
Yeah. I don't know. We got another hour or two. Roger, your report. Did you have something you wanted to do?
Easy on that.
Oh, yeah.
Blew that, no, I didn't fall. I just blew it out yesterday.
That might help.
Like John said, we attended Michigan Works. I chair the finance committee and as well as chair the governing board for that. We basically approve everything that goes through the workforce board, all action plans and whatnot. They do have concerns of, go away, thank you. They do have concerns with budgets. Their budget, I don't recall now. I'm finance chair. I can't remember. It's I want to say the budget's 28 million for Michigan Works for next year. What's really disturbing is you always hear there aren't enough people in the trades. Well, that's one of the things they're going after funding for in the budget is to do away with some of that funding for training for trades. No sense at all. Just like Medicaid, Medicare, that's going to hurt mental health. We sure as heck don't need less mental health help now than we did before. So you got to stay on your legislators and citizens as well, and let them know that you're not happy with things and we need to support what we need.
Right.
End of my spiel.
Okay, thank you, Roger. Appreciate everyone's committee reports. I see no need for unfinished business. We're going to drop right into new business. Today, that's going to start out with FA 134-25, approval of current claims. And in the absence of Finance Chairman Sarkella, Roger, maybe we'll start with you and we'll just go down. What's that? Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
Okay. If you'd be willing to start maybe the first motion, Roger, and then Gary do the second, we'll just go down the line.
Yep. FA 134-25, the Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the payment of current claims identified on the accounts payable report dated September 9th, 2025 for the general bank account, the amount of $96,803.77.
Support. I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, support from Commissioner Heberlein. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 135-25, budget adoptions, amendments, and appropriations.
The Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approve the following amendments and establishes the following accounts. There's a list of them there for.
The motion from Commissioner Heberlein, support from Commissioner Ehart. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 136-25, approval of additional general fund bank account checks charged to August 2025.
Recommend the Santa Ana County Board of Commissioners hereby approve the payment of additional general fund bank accounts checks charged to August 2025 as following: $1,610,487.51 ARC payment, $832,959.06 for checks, for a total of $2,443,446.50.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Lee, support from Commissioner Heberlein. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Next up is FA 137-25, approval of local emergency management program work agreement and quarterly reports.
The Santa Ana County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the FY 2026 Emergency Management Performance Grants Agreement and further authorizes the board chairman to sign the necessary agreement.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ehart. Is there support?
Support.
Support from Commissioner Lee. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Next up is FA 138-25, approval of equalization director enrollment agreement.
Santa Ana County Board of Commissioners hereby approve the contract between the Santa Ana County, the County of Sand Lake, and Bengal Assessing Services LLC for the purpose of providing all statutory equalization and appointment services for a 5-year term from October 1st, 2025 through September 30th, 2030, with compensation being $80,000. The first year and an increase of 2.5% each year thereafter, and furthermore authorize the board chair to sign the necessary agreement.
I have a motion from Commissioner Moody. Is there any discussion or is there support?
I'll support that.
I have support from Commissioner Heberlein. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 139-25, approval of Indigent Defense Employment Agreement.
Santa Ana County Board of Commissioners hereby approves a 1-year contract between Santa Ana County and Robert Highbauer, Indigent Defense Director, for the term of October 1, 2025 to September 30th, 2026, including a wage rate increase to $106,000, and further authorizes the board chairman to sign the agreement.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard. Is there support? Or support from Commissioner Moody. Is there discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 140-25, approval of the 2026 Child Care Fund grant for the 24th Circuit Court Family Division.
The Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the 2026 Sand Lake County Child Care Fund budget and further authorizes the board chairman to sign the necessary documents.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Heberlein, support from Commissioner Ehart. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 141-25, approval of the 2025-2026 School Truancy Officer for the 24th Circuit Court Family Division.
Did you skip one?
Did I?
Yeah. Did he?
No.
Okay, we're good. I thought he did.
Gary, can you read FA 14125 for us?
Oh, sure. The Sand Lake County Board of Commissioners hereby approve the FY 2026 School Intervention Officer contract, which Nicholas Nimitz, effective October 1st, 2025 to September 30th, 2026.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Heberlein, supported by Commissioner Ballard. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 142-25, adoption of the 2025 final millage rates equalization.
The Santa Ana County Board of Commissioners hereby adopt the 2025 final millage rates as following: county roads 1.9930, libraries 0.1992, seniors 0.2491, med control 0.1992, county drug task force 0.4982, county parks 0.1992, medical care facility 0.1992, 911 emergency 0.1992, veterans 0.1992, save council 0.1992, recycling 0.1494. Further authorize the Board of Commissioners sign this necessary document and forward to the full board on November 16th for this. Oh, that should consider motion.
September 6th. No, you're good. September 16th.
I'm sorry, September 16th.
Okay, I have a motion by Commissioner Lee. Is there support? Support. I have support by Commissioner Ballard. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. That's going to take us into FA 143-25, approval of agricultural appraisal agreement amendment for equalization.
The Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby approves the amendment between the County of Sanilac and the MAC Assessing Services LLC for the purpose of additional studies requested by the state at the cost not to exceed $10,000 above the original amount contracted of $41,660 for the 2025 and $42,500 for the 2026 with funding from the equalization budget, further to authorize the board chairman to sign the necessary agreement.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ehart. Do I have support?
Support.
I have support from Commissioner Moody. Do I have discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Moving on to FA 144-25, award and authorization to purchase uniform service vehicles for the sheriff's office.
The Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby award and authorize the sheriff's office purchase 3 sets of vehicle equipment to outfit the 3 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe police package vehicles to be assigned to the Uniform Service Division from Arrowhead Outfitters, Inc. of Clio at the cost of $18,106 each for a total cost not to exceed $54,318 with funding from the Uniform Service Vehicle Equipment.
I have a motion from Commissioner Moody. Do I have support? Support from Commissioner Heberlein. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, clarify that for me. 2 of those are for the sheriff department. 1 is for the road commission.
One's gonna be paid. Three are for the sheriff's office, one the following one will be.
Okay.
The next one's for
The next motion.
Yeah, there's another motion coming.
it's the next one
Oh, it's an extra.
for the other vehicle.
All right, I got ahead of myself. Thank you.
Any further discussion related to FA 144-25? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. We are on to FA 145-25, award and authorization to purchase uniform services vehicle equipment for commercial motor vehicle enforcement.
The Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby awards and authorizes the sheriff's office to purchase 1 set of vehicle equipment to outfit 1 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe police package vehicle to be assigned to the Uniform Services Division for commercial motor vehicle enforcement from Arrowhead Outfitters of Clio at a cost not to exceed $24,830 with funding from the Sanilac County Road Commission.
Support.
I have a motion from Commissioner Ballard, supported by Commissioner Heberlein. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. Finally, today in new business, we have NFA 021-25, and that's the acceptance of the 2024 annual report from Public Guardian.
Sanilac County Board of Commissioners hereby accepts the 2024 Public Guardian's Office annual report as presented.
Support. I have a motion from Commissioner Heberlein, support from Commissioner Ehart. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion is carried. People in the audience would have seen us go through a lot of stuff there without much discussion. I always like to say this. Every one of these items that we approved today was gone through 2 weeks ago in our finance meeting. So that's the reason why there's very little discussion in the BOC meetings about these. Just want everybody to be aware of that. We don't blindly just approve stuff. So, but we do appreciate your presence here today.
You sure we didn't miss one?
And we have our finances immediately following this meeting today.
What do you think we missed?
I don't know, but if you go down, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I read this one instead of this one.
I don't think we missed any.
I don't get them all. I checked them off and we're not.
I check them off as we go.
I just put our initials by it,
Okay.
so.
Or did we? I think we're good. We'll hope from 35.
Heberling read that and Ehart seconded it.
You have them all, Leslie?
It'll be the second time around.
Gary read one twice.
Yeah, they're all,
Gary read one twice, okay.
yeah, they're here.
Okay, that's what threw me off. Just double check with you.
No, that's good. We want to make sure we get it right the first time because
Yeah.
we only get together every couple of weeks and we
Yeah.
don't have special meetings unless things have gone quite sideways.
Yeah.
Commissioner Lee, you're used to starting a gun at the starting point, of the race. It was a false start.
I'm just saying, you did too, so that what threw it off.
All right, very good. Well, that completes new business. This brings us into general public comments today. So if you have some general public comments,
I apologize for that.
no problem.
Okay, Allison Edwards, 6266 Scoville Street, Marlin. In regard to the marijuana ordinance, they're going to do the first reading on Monday, October 6th. And it does include a retail store, but it's going to be in the industrial area where there is already a grow facility. And most people are against it, but only 2 people are voting against it and the rest are going for it. So if you would like to come and check it out, share your opinion, even though it's Marlette, it is our county. So I just wanted to share that. The other thing that they're doing is they're talking to a cell phone company about putting a cell phone tower on our water tower. So I wanted to share that. Also, I don't know if this is appropriate or not, Greg Alexander is doing an event in Lapeer. It's called Faith and Legislative Summit. And I have a flyer here. If anybody is interested, there's a QR code here. They want you to register because they want to know how many people. And it's going to be with a couple of pastors and they're doing, I believe, 5 or 6 of these across the state. But this is the one that is in our area. So I wanted to invite everybody if you're interested. It's on the 17th. It's from 9 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon. So a lot of people are working and they wouldn't be able to, but this is designed to pull the churches together with legislative people and work together. So that's all I have.
Thank you for your comments today.
Allison, is that September?
No, it's Friday, October 17th.
Okay, thank you.
What is it called, Jason?
It's called Time to Lead Faith and Legislative Summit. Find your inner voice, join the movement to make a change. New Life Christian Church is the location. 4411 Newark Road, Attica, Michigan. And that's it. If anybody'd like to take a picture with their phone, I would be happy to. I guess maybe I should have brought some stuff. It did cost me a lot of ink to print that thing. That's that. We all don't do black ink on the back. And you do white with black ink instead of black ink with white. So, or you can reach out to me. I think all of you have my email, or you could call me too. I could be happy to give you my phone number. You want me to tell you my phone number? Or no?
If somebody wants to grab you after the meeting.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any further public comments today? Seeing none, we are going to move on. I see no need for closed session or approval of closed session minutes. So at this time, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn our BOC meeting at 2:14.
I just have one comment on public guardian. She mentioned that there are only at least 3 others in the state, county public guardians. That is not a mandated service. We're fortunate that we have that here because it's very, very needed. So that is the reason for that. I would imagine in some counties when they have tough times with finances, that was probably one of the first things they cut.
Yeah.
Obviously wouldn't have put a whole lot of thought into it. So,
So there must be private guardians out there, but I think as she stated, right, like there's potential legislation that could limit their numbers, which they're starting to cap, and then these public guardians are there's more services being demanded of them.
and there's already no money in it, so.
Yeah.
Right.
Why would people get into it?
Right, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I support everything that Roger said. It's much needed.
Yeah, and again, I mean, it's, you've been here, working in the building and stuff and have familiarity, and it just goes back to, it's such a good thing to have departments come in before the board and give those presentations. I learned a lot. I mean, I had an idea about what they did, but I learned a lot from that presentation, and I think that's, helpful to us. And when we someday will run into budgetary constraints, we're gonna have to make tough decisions. We'll have a better handle on who is and is not. Everybody's important. Push come to shove, somebody has to go, right?
Yeah.
So, thank you, Roger.
District 7.
Is there anything further anybody'd like to discuss? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn at 2:15.
I'll make that motion.
Support. I have a motion from Commissioner Lee, support from Commissioner Ehart to adjourn at 2:15. All in favor, signify by saying aye.